enjoy. Striking a balance between your career and your family, ensure that you have good relationship with your spouse. That way, you'll be anxious. You'll be excited to go home where you can find love, acceptance, and just leisure. So you must have a good relationship with your spouse that will create the craving, the desire to be home. Number two, striking between career and family is that when you are a worker or you are a career person, don't take office work home or into the family time. Finish your work at your office. When you get home, you are there at home to make life and to enjoy the rapport with your family. So don't take office work home. You have been working 8 hours, again you reach home, you start opening your laptop, you are on phone, you are communicating with clients or your workmates. We are saying no, don't take office work home. Number three, where you can strike a balance between work and family and career. I mean, between work and family. Number three, stay away from your phone when you are home. You know for a surety that you have been away, working for almost 10 hours, away from your family. You reach home, you are again on your phone. That is not good. What you need to do is, when you have been away at work and you are finally at home, switch off your phone or just leave your phone aside. Talk to your partner. How was your day? How did it go? Just giving even 20 quality minutes talking to your partner. Putting away your phone will create a good bonding as you get into the night. So stay away from your phone. This phone can break marriages. You are just on your gadget. She is on her gadget. He's on his gadget. The children are on their gadget. No one is talking. No friends. Put away your phone and talk to your partner when you have been away. Even a 30 minutes will create a good bonding. Here is another fourth tip on how to balance between career and family. Fourth point, plan for your vacation or leave. As you work and you are entitled to going on leave, ensure that you plan your leave with your spouse so that you get the best out of your vacation. No one can do this for you. You just have to be deliberate as husband and wife. If both of you are working, it's better to make your leave compatible so that you can both be on leave and do some kind of family bonding and family projects together. So you need to plan for your leave. Here is another way. Number five, how you can balance between your career and your family. Protect your weekends and the public holidays. When there's a public holiday, some of you may be church leaders on this platform. Don't always bring church programs when there is a public holiday. Allow families to bond. Allow families to be together. Every opening is 4 days break. You want a weekend camp. You want this retreat. No. Allow families to enjoy public holidays. If children are there, it's not always that when there's a holiday, you must take away children for a church meeting. I'm not saying you cannot have programs, but this behavior, January to December, every weekend, every holiday is booked by church activities. It is not right. So protect your weekends and public holidays. How to strike a balance between your career and your family. Number 6, if you are self-employed, you need to go an extra mile in order to survive. Those who are employed, they are employed. You work 8 hours a day, you will still get your salary. But if you are self-employed, you may go an extra mile. Actually, people who are self-employed work harder than those who are employed. If you are employed, it's time up, you go home. But when you are self-employed, you believe in deliverables. You deliver, that's when you can rest. In that scenario, I can only encourage you to incorporate your spouse into your business. If you are self-employed, let your partner know what you are doing or join hands with you and work together as a partner. Another way you can strike a balance between career and family is that plan for remote marriages. If you are married, your wife is in Livingston, the husband is in Copperbelt, or the wife is in Northwestern Province, and you are also in Serenge, I encourage couples to plan for such remote marriages. Number one, you must know that the old adage is true. Out of sight, out of mind. And because you are a sexual being, you cannot do away with your spouse for many months. You are a sexual animal, and you may need to quench your thirst within a marital relationship. So if you are living apart as husband and wife, it can affect you. If you are not spiritually strong, you may find a side chick or an outlet to let go your pressure. So in this scenario, we encourage you that within a month, if possible, let one partner travel to go and pay rentals or dues pertaining to marital obligation. Don't pretend 4 months, 6 months, you are apart without meeting as husband and wife. It will affect your spirituality. So plan in a manner that within 2 weeks, one of you can travel. That way, you can survive. And don't allow this scenario to take place for years, 10, 15 years. One is in Kawambwa, one is in Dola. Your marriage will break. One of you must make a brave decision and say, I need to protect my family. If it requires one of you to lose your job, do it. If it requires you to get into another business, do it for the sake of your family. How to balance between career and family. Number 8. Number 8, when you travel, create extra day or days for your stay. I'll share with you what I do. For example, I'm traveling to the US soon. What I did was to plan my days. Instead of flying back the day the meetings end, I decided to pay for extra 3 days so that I and my wife can stay back in the US for 3 extra days without any pressure. In the year 2022, I planned it in such a way that I had the privilege to be in Washington, to go to Virginia, to go to St. Louis, to go to Colorado and Nevada by going on leave 2 weeks before the meeting and 2 weeks after the meeting. I had the privilege to go everywhere. If, for example, I travel to Solwezi, and my work schedule requires that I must finish maybe officiating at a wedding on Sunday, I can take maybe 1 or 2 days to stay on in Solwezi with my wife as a way of reconnecting and relaxing. And as you already heard, I enjoy writing books, and that's how I write. When I travel, I create extra days for myself. So, even you, when you travel, create a day or 2 extra days just to relax with your spouse. Number 9, how to strike a balance between career and family is that agree on sleep time. You know, you can be together in the same house, but if you are not connected in a purpose, you'll still be far from each other. You'll find the husband watching football up to 01. The wife is asleep. Or the wife is busy watching Z World up to 22, the man is asleep. That can be a problem. Ensure that you agree as a couple when to go to bed. Because of differences of interest, one is watching football, one is on social media, one is on a movie, you can find yourself in a month sleeping different times without even meeting sexually between husband and wife because of wrong timing. Each one in his own program, each one in her own program. Agree on the sleep time. Another way you can balance between career and family is that number 10, decline assignments that do not contribute to family values. In other words, we are saying assignments that tend to encroach on your family time, decline them gently, especially if they don't have value. Another way you can strike a balance between career and your family is that respect meal times for the family. Ensure that if it is supper, all of you are around the table. Yes, mornings can be tricky. Each one is running this way, another one that way. Children are going this way. You may not have quality time. But where possible, it could be a weekend or supper time. Come together and do some family bonding. That way, it will keep you going. Point number 12 on how you can balance between career and also family is learn to delegate. Learn to delegate at your workplace. Learn to delegate in your family. This is why some people are able to employ helpers. You have a garden boy, you have also a maid. That way, You create time to yourselves. There are certain roles that the maid, the garden boy can do in your home to give you more time as a family to chat, to reconnect, and just to talk as a family. Even the sun has time to set, to give room for the stars and the moon to shine. Power shared is power gained. So you can balance between career and family if you become deliberate. Point number 13, take your family out. Budget, plan in advance. In a year, you can take your spouse even twice or 3 times. Take your family out, depending on your financial resources. Going out is not just for our friends from the Western world. We can also go out. Plan even a 5,000. You leave Copper Belt, you go, you travel to Lusaka, or you leave Lusaka, you go to Livingstone, or you go to Sanfia. Take your family out. Those moments are critical. When your husband dies, or when your son dies, or your daughter, or your wife, these are memories that is not forgotten. Take your family out. Enjoy being away. Your wife is not cooking. You are just waiting for a meal to come on your table. Eat together. It could be in moments of wedding anniversary or birthday. Those are critical dates. Don't ignore that. Birthdays are also biblical. Go and read the book of Job, chapter 1 and chapter 2. They were celebrating birthdays. So, don't forget the birth of your partner or your family member. Take them out. Even if you go together, you pay for a 300 kwacha meal, it is not wastage of money. Those are memorable times that you will ever live, never to forget. Point number 14, on how to balance between career and family. Find time to exercise. Find time to play volleyball, football, or netball as a family. Just relax. There is a way your body works well. It takes away fatigue. It takes away stress. Just find time to play. That way you'll be a very happy person. Another way on how you can balance between career and family is that you employ helpers, which I've already handled. So we move on to the next one. Number 16, already, by saying weekends have a meal together where every member of the family comes to stay with you. Furthermore, since another point is that create rapport with your bosses at work. Create rapport with your superiors to the point that if it's a birthday for your partner, you ask for a day off, or if it's your wedding anniversary, you ask for a day off. Your employers will understand because you put up the best. So create good rapport with them so that they are able to give you freedom to enjoy family time. What can we simply say? God created day and night for rest. Couples should find time to rest, the two of them. Time for work, go for work. Time for the family, be with the family. Not only that, you should manage social media It has bewitching influence that will compel you always to touch your phone. Please manage social media and go for things that can add value. Many couples spend more time on social media than between the two of them. This will take away the unity, the bonding between the two of you and your family and your children. I also want to urge you, dear listeners, find leisure in your life. Don't be too serious with life. Find time when you can wear a pair of shorts. Some of you want to sleep with neckties and jackets. No. Find leisure where you can play with your children, play a ball, play a game, listen to cartoons with your son or daughter or your grandchildren. Find the leisure time. Find time when you can laugh and just enjoy life. I also want to encourage you to mind self-care. Eat good food. Eat good fruit. You don't smoke. You don't have side chicks. That money you are supposed to take for alcohol or smoking, why not buy a fruit or pizza, or you buy a papa or oranges or apples just to make yourself happy? Self-care. Buy yourself a suit or a dress. Self-care. Yes, investments will not finish. Building will not finish. But once in a while, put money aside to take care of yourself. Above all, connect with good friends. Friends who respect families. Friends who can build you. Friends who can give you impetus to leap into the world of business and do better. Friends can build you and friends can destroy you. Walk with the wise and you become wise. By the way, money cannot provide for our physical presence. Yes, we can have money. Yes, we can buy your spouse this, your children this, but children, your spouse wants your physical presence. So be deliberate and create a balance between career and the family time. Above all, I bring to you Matthew 11, verse 28. Here is a biblical text. Come to me, all of you who labor and are heavy laden, and I'll give you rest. When you are at peace with God, you are going to be at peace with your spouse. You are going to be at peace with your children. So God extends his hands to you and says, well, come to me, all ye that labor, and I will give you rest. There is true rest when you are at peace with God. There is true rest when you are at peace with your spouse. There is true rest when you are at peace with your spouse and you are at peace with your children. To this end, may God abundantly bless you as you strive to balance between career and family. I rest my case.
Amen and amen. Wow, Doc, thank you so very much for giving us such light at the right time. Dear parents, we have reached at a time when we can interact with our mentor, our presenter who has been live speaking to us. Could it be that there are some who have maybe one or two questions on how to balance career and family responsibilities, maybe with your children, maybe. Please, it is time when we can talk and ask questions where we need more clarity before we close in prayer. Thank you. Maybe if you have a question, you can kindly raise your electronic hand and we will shortly attend to you. Do we have anyone with a question?
Yes, Pastor, we have Nampundu special. Please, Cecilia, you can go ahead with your comment or your question.
Thank you, Lady Diana. Thank you, Pastor Mishek. Thank you, Dr. Chuunga, for the insightful lessons. Mine is just a contribution. This is Cecilia Stutu from Dola. I want to contribute as a teacher because of the things that we are seeing in the schools. We are seeing children who are lacking parental presence, and we are finding children in schools who are longing for parent presence amongst the teachers. Now, there's a danger in allowing the tertiary or the academicians in schools to be the first teachers to the children if we do not give the time to the children ourselves as parents in their homes. The teachers on this forum will agree with me that some of the challenges we face on certain days like open day, you're encouraged to go through to the school and collect results and check the performance and behavior of your child. Some of the problems we see are not as a result of what the teachers are not doing, but because of lack of parent presence or teacher presence in their homes. So this lesson on keeping away from gadgets especially is quite timely. Thank you, Dr. Chuunga, once again. Good evening.
Thank you, Sister Cecilia.
Thank you very much. I wanted to say Sister Cecilia, but I'll say Mrs. Tutu for that powerful contribution. Doc, there's a question in the chat box, and the question goes, how can some of us who work and in school balancing family time, is it really it's really a challenge. How can some of us who are family working as well going to school balance the time? It's really a challenge, Doc. How can we do this?
Oh, thank you very much. My friend, you just have to balance up. You just have to create time. Friday is your evening, you can't go for work, you can't go to school. Saturday, if you are a seventh day, it will glue you to church. But it's not that you can lose out completely by pausing a while. Just do your part in these hours and just deliberately create time for your family. It is possible. If we are to tell you what we all do, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. But we manage these things because we manage time. What is critical? You must be a good timekeeper. Manage your time very well. All these things are possible, very possible. It's very possible. You have to manage your time. When you manage your time, you'll be able to succeed in many, many forums.
Thank you so very much, Doc. In that same vein, the Doc has written a book on managing time. So you can quickly see any of the literature evangelists, you are able to get that book, and it will answer also like what the Doc has said. There's a book just on time management by Dr. Daniel Chuunga. Do we have anyone with a question? Any question? Mrs. Kapande, can you see any hand?
No, not at the moment, Pastor.
What about in the chat box?
Just read a comment from Fungisai. It has just come.
Please, you can go ahead.
Okay, so Fungisai is asking about the strategies. Let me just read the way it is. What are strategies to timekeeping? From Fungisai Amabala. Thank you, Fungisai, for that question. The pastor will handle it.
Oh, thank you so very much. As my brother mentioned, that is Pastor Mishek. There is a book on secrets of time management. But for the sake of this forum, I can assure you the secret number one is to plan how you use your time and do one thing at a time. Sometimes you want to chase too many rabbits at the same time. Another secret can be protect your productive time. Those times which are critical, where your energy level is highest, it could be morning or afternoon or night, protect those days. And also, avoid the procrastination, where you keep on postponing an activity you are supposed to clear. And also create time for rest, linking tasks, keeping appointments. All these things can help you to manage time. You just have to be organized. When a day breaks forth, sit down, write what you want to achieve, and put your tasks in the order of preference and start executing. By the end of the day, you'll be somewhere. But also when you're given a task, you concentrate. Because some people don't concentrate. They go to one office to another, they keep on talking to the neighbor. By the time they finish washing their clothes, it's 15 hours. So just some kind of getting organized. You can get that book from Adventist Book Center. It can help you.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. Dear parents, is this okay? There's a question, Sister Kapande. Is it a question, or please you can go through it? Okay, there's this. Thank you for the presentation, Pastor. Thanks for emphasizing on creating memories. We shouldn't be so heavily bound, and forget to live and create memories with our families. Sabbath whole day at church, and Sunday it's a meeting after another meeting. This is just a comment, Doc.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Is there anyone with a question on the topic which the doc has presented? Yes, Mrs. Tutu, please, you can come through.
Thank you, Pastor
After
Mishi.
that, you come to Sister Mrs. Mwewa.
Thank you once again. So on behalf of Elder Stutu, he says I should inform Dr. Chunga to say, please emphasize on the point where the men of God should not go to bed with a necktie. He found that to be very interesting.
Yeah. Please, married men, go in your birthday suit. And also, there are some women who are a problem. If you have a partner who sleeps with something, make sure you enter your bed with a razor blade.
Thank you for the emphasis, Doc.
It's well noted. We will speak to those. Those should be ushers and deacons who do that, not pastors and elders. Yeah, who go to bed in necktie and suit because they are so excited when they were ushering and the deacons collecting offering. Otherwise, not pastors and elders. Mrs. Muir, please, you can come through.
Thank you very much, Pastor Mishek. Pastor Chunga, thank you so much for this very insightful discussion or presentation rather. And the points are very practical and easy to implement actually. I just want to comment on the question that Sister Gladys asked on how to balance work and school and family. I want to report that I saw this firsthand from Pastor Chunga and Shepherdess. When she was studying for her undergraduate, we were in the same intake at UNZA. And Shepherdess would, through as sure as daylight, disappear every Friday from campus and go and be with family and reappear on Monday. And I remember very well that Pastor Chunga planned his work such that he would masquerade around campus at least once or twice a week. He would preach at the UNZA forum. He always found time in his work to be around his wife. And that's something I still remember up to now, and I try to implement as well. Thank you, Pastor, for living the talk, not just teaching, but also practicing what you preach.
We praise God for that. Thank you so very much, Mrs. Mwewa, bringing the lesson practical than just theory. Right? I can't see any hand and I can't see any question in the chat box. Parents, I want to thank you for sparing your time just listening to the lesson that was prepared by our own doc. Before the doc closes for us in prayer, allow me to say next week's Monday, we have another exciting lesson will be presented to us by the psychologist on single parenting. Those who have joined for the first time, I want to invite you that if every Sunday we meet as parents, every child is special. We focus much on parenting, how to raise children in the 21st century who have a spiritual stamina as well a physical stamina as they go out to meet pressure in the world. We are dedicated and we have this passion just to help each and every parent that no one will remain behind with a child who is maybe who is a challenge, or a child who is naughty, and parents are always available to help one another on how to parent. This is the purpose of this group called Every Child is Special. If you have just joined us for the first time, we'll ask you to ask the person who just invited you to share with you the link so that you can join the group and enjoy the lessons every Sunday. Otherwise, for now, we want to appreciate and thank our doc for coming on board and share with us the lessons that are so appealing to us as parents, especially those who are just in the early years of their parenthood. I want to say what the doc has presented to us, especially me, I will take it serious that I will not be sleeping in the suit and the necktie. I'll try by all means to avoid that, and I'll create time for the family. For now, allow me to thank the doc. And doc, please, you can give us your closing remarks and then you close for us in prayer. Thank you. Hello, doc. Doc? Right? It seems we have lost the doc. He's not with us. So what we usually do is allow me to invite you just before you leave. We haven't prayed. So for today, our prayer will be so unique. We will not have